If you've ever had questions about insurance before, should I get it? Should I not get it? Healthcare insurance, there's life insurance. What's the difference anyway? This is going to be an episode you want to check out. Felix is the man, by the way. Cool. Mr. Felix, how are you doing today, man?
I'm fine, and you, Ian. Thank you for the invite, brother.
Yeah, man, this is fun. I'm glad we've had the opportunity to connect not only on meetups and Zoom, but through in person too. I appreciate you inviting me out to go to your live event.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I wanted to meet you in person.
That's the best. That's the best.
Now, we are here on Tampa area.
Yeah. And I definitely want to make it work out to go out there and see you. I was like, I don't know. You know, when I have the chance to meet people in person, I'm like, make it a priority. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's all about networking and meeting new people, and like-minded individuals like you. Have such great success doing the networking events and all that stuff. That's not easy. That's not easy.
That's good to know. That's good to know, because I've often thought, isn't this supposed to be easier? And then it's like hearing that, it's like, oh no, it's not. Okay, good. It's supposed to be difficult. That's what I needed to hear. So Felix does a wonderful job at handling insurance. Thumbs up there, Felix. Boom. Thumbs up for Felix for handling insurance. The thing that is different with Amanda Russell is she handles legal services. So if you need a lawyer, Amanda Russell is phenomenal to check out. I don't know if anything happens if you do this. Maybe. Anyway, Amanda Russell, amazing person to talk to about legal questions or anything legally related. Please reach out to her. She is a phenomenal person. I've really enjoyed talking with her. We met through networking, and I've had several conversations with her. I definitely give her a 2 thumbs up with fireworks. Boom. So you guys have a wonderful day. Be well, and confetti. Yay.
That's what business all about. It's supposed to be difficult.
It's supposed to be difficult. Okay, good. Having fun and drinking and getting high, that's the easy thing, and then doing business is hard. That's why people don't do it. I'm just kidding. I really. Anyway, so tell me more about what, I know what you do. You work in a certain kind of insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and I know when we talked, you were you have, I think you're pretty educated in everything you do. So you have a lot of different things, not just one.
Yeah, definitely. A little bit about my background. I just moved out from Puerto Rico to New York in 2014, and that's when I discovered the finance industry. It was like a boom.
Wow.
About stock market, about everything financially related. So it grabbed my attention, and I'm just like, yeah, let me study trading stocks and forex and all that stuff.
Oh,
so
really?
I took a couple of courses on that, and every trader knows when you start trading, you lose a lot of money because you don't know what you're doing.
It's usually how it starts. Yeah, that's the first
exactly. lesson. Wasting your little bit of money that you're saving because you don't have money to waste, but you are wasting it on stock.
Yeah.
Then I was like, there's something more. I start reading this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and he talks about real estate investing and passive income. And I'm just like, that's what I'm looking for. Passive income, yes. Because back then I was a DJ, so I was doing music and all that sort of. I'm just like, yo, I want to have money coming in every month so I can make my own music and be, a normal person that can pay for rent, can pay for debt, and pay all that stuff while doing what you love. So that's how it starts. I also took courses of real estate investing. That led me to vacation rentals. And pretty much I start with 1 bedroom on New York that I have a 2-bedroom apartment, so I start renting it out on Airbnb, my extra bedroom, and that's what paying for my rent.
Oh, wow. Good for you.
Yeah, that's what paying for my rent. And then we decided to get another apartment.
Wow.
And that's when the cash flow and the passive income started. Good.
Nice. And I want to give you a shout out too, because I think I originally saw you doing some DJ work just on your Facebook posts, and I was like, whoa, this is cool. And then I saw more of your photos, and I was like, you were like a legitimate DJ at live events. Like, how many people were going to these things?
I was DJing on Pacha in New York City back in 2014, closed. Um, but that club, I think it can handle 1,000 people on that dance floor or more. It had three levels. I also play on Pier 94. That was a big event with
Hmm.
big artists, and that was I think like a 10,000 people there.
You were a DJ for 10,000 people.
Yep.
That's pretty rad, man. Yeah, because I saw the photos and I was like, this is like a legitimate, like, you're being a DJ. This isn't like small, like, hey, I had some friends over or something like
Yeah, I
that.
have
Like,
music. I have two aliases on Spotify. Any music source that you are. One is Def Audio Circus. It's like more techno and tech house
hmm
and a little bit of
hmm
tropical. And the other one is Felix Regino. That's the handle I go in Facebook, Instagram, and
hmm.
everywhere. And that one is more mainstream house music, like more bass, electro, or big room kind
Hmm.
of, more like Dutch house and stuff like that.
Got you.
So
Got you. Got you.
yeah, I'm kind of a bass head when it comes to
Oh,
music.
yeah.
I like to rock.
That's awesome. And when you're saying bass head, just meaning like hearing the bass in music?
Yeah, like
Mhm.
drum and bass, dubstep, kind of that
Yes,
kind of music. Yep,
100%.
yep. Well, rock and roll also, I like that sound of that guitar, the
Mhm.
bass, all that stuff. So, yep. The
That's sick.
harder, the better. That's what they
Yeah,
said.
of course, of course. I'm a big fan of that music too. Like, who were some of your inspiring artists that kind of influenced you? Or
um, for on the house kind of music,
sure,
I think it was coming from Tiesto.
mm,
Seeing him
yeah,
live on the Olympics.
really.
He played, I think that was like 2005 or
You went to
2004
the
or
Olympics
three.
and saw him play live?
No, I didn't. I saw it on TV, bro.
Okay, got it. That makes sense.
Yeah, I saw it on TV. That was one of his biggest, I think, biggest show when he was starting it. And
Mm,
I was like, damn, I never saw like a DJ. I know DJs that play on birthday, like on
of
Puerto
course.
Rico, we have, DJs for birthday parties. And I'm just like, that's cool. But I never saw it for that kind of music and then in front of all that much people. And,
Mhm.
on Puerto Rico, we have a lot of reggaeton. And I didn't like kind of the vibe of reggaeton. So
Mhm.
that's how I went to the house side of that vibe. It's like so it was a little bit more bougie than the reggaeton.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I said, yeah, let me start DJing on all these parties, and I started DJing in a like a tap
Mm.
hour or something, and
Oh
just
wow.
playing lounge and house music for fine dining and stuff like that.
Dang. Cool. And then
Yeah.
you went up to New York and did it.
I ended up, yeah, that was I started DJing like in 2005 or something like
Oh, so
that.
you
So
started in 2005. It wasn't like, wow,
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Yep.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, actually now this year, yeah, my what, 20 years?
So
Yeah.
you still DJ?
I don't know. I can do my stuff. I have my music,
Yeah.
uh, but I haven't played in a event. I think for 2 years. So.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good. I mean, considering you went through like COVID happened and everything like that, it makes sense.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I definitely want to know your next venue.
Don't worry. Let me kick the insurance a little bit so we can start doing a couple
No,
of
no, let's
events
just
because
focus on music from now on.
we, we need to diversify after the insurance business kick
Yeah,
in.
yeah. Okay. Play at like work
Yep.
now, party later. Yeah, man. So let's get into that. I know that's what we're we're just gonna talk about music now. No, I'm just kidding. So you got into this insurance thing. How did that start for you?
So I always was giving free advice to all my friends about stocks and finance and all that stuff. And because I was doing a lot of cryptocurrency,
Okay.
sorry, a lot of forex. Whoever knows MetaTrader out there, we can trade also stocks,
Hmm.
forex. We can trade crypto and all that stuff. So
Okay.
I short Bitcoin a couple times, and a couple friends were impressive, but it's like the information is out there. The
Hmm.
information it's accessible as long you do your own research and see what's going to happen and watching just the trends. Now it's like easier for me being almost 10 years doing trading that based on the peaks, I can basically know where it's going. It's
Wow.
a little bit easier for me,
Of course.
like reading the chart.
So you're saying that you actively still trade?
I was, yeah, I was.
Was past tense, not
Now,
doing it now.
yeah, now I use more bots.
So you just do it
It's
automated.
yeah. Now
Interesting.
with ChatGPT, you got all these bots. They trade, and you just risk it for the biscuit, like they say, because sometimes they can wipe your account.
The bots
But
can?
yeah,
Oh, isn't like completely mess up?
yeah, like if you put, let's say, $100, they can take eat all the $100 sometimes because the bots are not that perfect. But yeah, there's a couple of them that have been profitable right now. One of my friend and I, we use them. They're doing pretty good,
Nice. Nice. That's
especially
cool,
with
man.
ChatGPT and all the integrations that we do these
Wow.
days.
I had no idea you were doing that. I mean, I knew you were doing the insurance, and I knew you were
Yeah,
talking with.
I done a lot of businesses, but yeah, that's it. That's my main goal. Like have multiple business. My ultimate goal, it will have my own boutique hotel. That's my ultimate goal. Bless you, bless
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Wow. And then what made you want to get a boutique hotel? This sounds so unique.
So because of the vacation rental business, I like to have people like in my house or in my
Okay.
property. So while I was doing Airbnb, I was hanging out with
Mhm.
my guest. Forgot that word.
Okay.
My guest. It's really cool when you are the local and you know all the best places in town. Like
Oh,
when
yeah.
I was in New York, we took them all the places, all the restaurants that we love. So that's what's pretty unique about, having your own vacation rental business and get your guests and give them that experience,
Hmm.
because you cannot do that if you stay on a hotel or
Mm.
if you stay anywhere else, because you are on your own basically. You don't have
Mm.
anybody that is local that can tell you this place is the best or this bar is the other best. We like drag shows, we go to these drag shows and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of it's because of the experience. So I want to do the same thing in a kind of a boutique hotel where the people have all inclusive stuff,
Mm-hmm.
plus we have all that knowledge of our surroundings.
Mm-hmm. That's rad, man. Good on you.
Yeah, that's my bigger goal.
Okay. Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's cool. I like it.
What
I like
about the
it.
insurance? Yeah, I got into that because of finance. So
Okay.
it's like let me then be a legit financial advisor. So I started with my insurance license and I went from there. I'm trying now to get my series licensing for the investment and all that stuff. That hopefully this year we get it out of the way. But it's very hard when you start as an insurance agent,
Mm.
especially if you start with one of these big companies. Like I started with Northwestern Mutual, but all of them are the same. Northwestern, New York Life, Mass Mutual, all that stuff. They are only focused on your warm market. What about if you don't have a warm market?
Yeah.
What about if you are Felix that you just moved to Florida? You only know Ian because he's the only guy doing networkings everywhere, and you don't have a warm market,
Yeah.
and you don't want to keep harassing your friends and family. So
Yeah.
that's when I was like, damn, we need a real insurance agency that doesn't focus on that.
Yeah.
Forget about prospecting. I know prospecting is good and all that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
people does it because they have a good warm market and all that stuff. But what about getting your leads on a phone call
Yeah.
away? Like they call you because they need you. Are
Hmm.
people out there that they need these services and they don't know, they don't have their cousin that is as an insurance agent, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So basically, I decided to let's start this agency and we do everything remote. That's another thing. Northwestern, they make you go to the offices.
Really?
Yeah, when everything is remote, you are there in an office when you are with your customers on Zoom. I'm just like, I want to have my agency from my home or from
Mm.
my share office or whatever you want. If you want to be on a coffee shop, you can do it as well. That's why I'm starting to build in this agency because I want to do it remotely.
Yes.
One, I want to do it um, that people calls you instead of you being behind people. So once
Mm-hmm.
they call you, there are warm market. It depends if you are a good salesperson and you can
Sure.
close them.
Right.
And some of these products are easy to sell because people need them,
Mm-hmm.
like health insurance. Health insurance, everybody needs health insurance, and the government even give you funds for health insurance, so you probably won't have to pay anything.
No, really.
If yeah,
That sounds great.
people that makes less than probably $25,000 a year, the government can pay for the
Oh,
entire
wow.
health insurance bill. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of programs like Medicaid that people don't know, and it's like these programs are good for people that are broke and they need
Mm.
that because imagine you get you try to get your health insurance, and sometimes people think that you will end up paying 100, 200, $300 a month on health insurance, so people don't get it. They say no, I don't want to be with health insurance, and then you ended up on the hospital for a couple of days because you have a car accident or
Right.
something. And that couple of days on the hospital, it could make your finances go bankrupt.
Really? That makes sense. This is what I've heard. Like hospitals cause more bankruptcies or something along those lines. Like that's what a lot of people are in debt over.
Yep. And then you have to go and refinance your house, or all your finances get ruined because you didn't have health insurance.
Wow.
Something that, probably you could have got free from the government if you don't make that much money. If you're making
If you're
money,
poor, it's free.
but if you're making a little bit of money,
Yeah.
probably that little bit of money will be less than 7%, less than 5% of your income. So
Wow.
you just need to account for that when you are working,
Okay.
because everything these days is budgeting. All the finances, everything is budgeting. There's certain percentage, like let's see, if you have a family and you don't have a life insurance,
Mm-hmm.
um, you are making money. You are the breadwinner of your household.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if you tomorrow you die?
Oh
What
yeah.
will happen with your family? The same thing. They will ended up losing those probably 10 years that you will be making on income. And with
Mm-hmm.
a life insurance, you probably will be paying what, $40 a month for a
Mm-hmm.
life insurance
Sure.
that could make them a half a million if you die, and then they don't have to worry about where they're going to live after you die, or they don't have to worry about the debt that you took.
Or they're like, we hope you die. Like, come on, just one car wreck. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. That's really dark.
There's some cases out there about that.
He slipped.
But,
Like, what do you tell? He
yeah,
wasn't even near the
you can
stairs.
watch it on Netflix. A couple documentaries about people taking the life insurance on their spouses.
That's funny. That's funny. No, yeah, that's what it reminded me of. There was something about like I forget the movie, but that's what it came from. Was like so his wife was just insistent, like, can you hurry up and die? Like, how dark is that? It'd be horrible. Wow, wow. Okay, okay. This is cool though. I didn't know that. There's. I always just assumed health insurance was just an expensive thing because Obamacare. But that's not what you're saying is that's not the case. Like what you're saying is that based off of your income, you can find an appropriately what's the word? You can find an appropriate amount to work with to end up getting insurance for yourself.
Yes, definitely.
Cool.
And even though most of those plans they are on the 9,000. That is the max out of pocket. But a bill of 9,000 is a way better deal than a $80,000 bill from the hospital.
Wait, I'm sorry, say that again.
A 9,000, because some of these plans are in the max out of pocket. The
Okay.
max out of pocket is what you will pay the most if you get on a hospital. So the rest of the bill, the insurance will pay. So the max out of pocket sometimes is $9,000.
Okay.
So it's way better getting a bill for $9,000 than getting
Interesting.
a bill $80,000.
Wow. Wow.
$80,000 can make your finances go bankrupt.
Yeah, of course.
$9,000 you just pay it as you go. And
Really. And that's how it's set up. It's like not you can pay as you go, meaning like is there interest on it or what happens?
you can get a loan, or you can
Oh, really?
do a GoFundMe if you need it to pay the $9,000.
Really? Okay, so it's not even like you're screwed if you have a $9,000 bill. There's other ways to pay for it in addition to that.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's way
Wow.
better than a $80,000 bill. You get a
Wow.
$80,000 bill tomorrow. What are you going to do with it?
Yeah, the only thing I'm thinking about is like, yeah, I need $80,000. Like, how do I get $80,000? Like,
Yeah,
can someone just give, can I, how do I sell something that's worth
yeah,
that degree?
that will be bankruptcy from day one.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that would be horrible. That's called leaving it in just, what is it? You can defer the payment until they lower it. I'm pretty sure that
I
affects your
have,
credit.
oh yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's why insurance is there for. I
Okay.
didn't was that wealth of a knowledge before insurance. I
Sure.
actually was a more kind of a self-insured kind of person back then. When I started studying everything about insurance and taking all these certifications, all this licensing, and all this stuff that you have to go through, it
Mhm.
opened my mind, and I'm just
Wow.
like, really, everybody needs that backup, because that's what wealthy people do. They don't take
Mm,
the risk. You are right now, if you're not insured, you are taking 100% of the risk.
wow.
And what insurance do is just
Hmm.
put the risk on someone else.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
We don't have that on trading, by the way. On trading, you are taking 100% of the risk
Oh, wow.
unless you are in options. So in options, you buy a contract and you just pay the fee in
Hmm.
order to have that contract. But real stocks, you are 100% risk
Okay.
on stocks. So it's
Interesting.
the same thing of being on without insurance.
Wow. 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 And I was just looking this up too because I was like wanting to understand. I was like, what is like the definition of insurance? And it's kind of like what you're talking about. It's that safety net that protects you from big unexpected losses. So,
Right?
yeah, so what I'm curious about is when someone's getting into insurance and we're looking at these amounts and stuff like that. I mean, I guess one of the biggest things that I've always paid attention to is like the commonality of I'm paying for this thing, but I never use it. You know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah.
that's part of my viewpoint too, because like I've never like I fortunately I'm a safe driver and I do my best to pay attention on the road and like of course I'm not perfect or anything like that, but like what is your viewpoint like when it comes to that sort of thing? When someone's thinking
Do,
in the back of their mind like, yeah, but I'm fine.
do your math. Do
Do
your
your math.
math.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. And you can Google it or just put it on ChatGPT.
Okay.
What will be the probability of me getting, if you are talking about car insurance, for me getting into an accident, how many years it will be on that? And if it's 5 years, just do the math. How much are you going to pay those 5 years? Even on the
Mm,
cheapest insurance, like right
mhm.
now, I have the cheapest for my truck. I'm also a safe driver.
Yeah.
And let's say I pay $80 a month. But if I wreck that truck in, suppose, what, 3 years? Let's do a quick math here.
Okay.
Um,
We're doing this
12,
based off of the worth of the vehicle.
yeah.
Okay.
So for 3 years, I will end up paying 2,800 on my insurance for 3 years.
You're
Right
gonna
now,
pay you're gonna pay
I
$2,800 for your insurance for 3 years.
yeah, at $80. This is 80 times 36.
Oh, okay, got it.
Uh, my truck is worth 10,000 right now.
Okay.
So if I hit somebody, I don't have to pay. If
Hmm.
somebody hits me, they have to pay
Okay.
because I don't have full cover. But
Yep.
if I hit somebody, I will have to pay for their damages on
Hmm.
whatever car it is. So if we are on a Toyota Corolla, probably I will be ended up paying the 3,000 if I just pull out their bump. But if
Okay.
I hit the same car, if I have a Mercedes or a Lexus or a
Oh,
expensive,
wow. I never thought about it like that.
I will be paying 5 times that amount.
Just because it's a nicer car.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So the insurance then will kick in, and you just have to pay instead of paying that amount that will cost you on the body shop, you will have to pay just your deductible that is probably 500 or 750, whatever you select
Hmm.
on your property and casualty insurance. But yeah, things like that I will open your mind. Just make the numbers. Get out there, do your numbers and see if it's worth it. I do a lot of hospital indemnity for old people.
What is that?
I'm
Us.
sorry for senior for senior.
They're old. I get it.
So when you are a little bit older, you are more likely to be on the hospital for a couple of
Going
days.
to die very easily.
So for the hospital indemnity, if you are on Medicare and if you are on a Medicare Advantage plan, most people have to pay $300 for one day at the hospital.
Really?
Yep. And most people that are in Medicare are living, or the persons, if they are lucky enough, or
Mhm.
in Social Security. So you don't have that much money and
Mhm.
left out for paying for that. So just for paying hospital indemnity policy that
Mhm.
costs you $20 to $30 more a month, it can pay that budget for your hospitalizations and stuff like that. The
Mhm.
same thing if you get cancer. The
Mhm.
same thing if you just get that money that is on the policy. Like cancer policies right now, you can have a $50,000 cancer policy. That if you get cancer, you get the $50,000. It's like hitting the lotto. So
Wow.
even though you got cancer, so you need to deal with all those medical expenses that you're getting now. So
Mhm.
the insurance they give you the $50,000, and you do with it what you have to do with it because you will need it
Mm.
eventually. You can pay for your house, you can pay for stuff like that, and it's your money.
Mm. Interesting. I like that's good to know. And hospital indemnity, for those who don't know, means that it's the type of insurance that you pay specifically for being in the hospital,
Yep. Yeah, people lose money if you are hospitalized because you cannot work.
right?
So if you get a $500 policy for each day that you are hospitalized, you're getting $500 each day for being hospitalized. So you're making
Wow.
a little bit of money for when you get out of it, when you start working, you get that money and your finances are not ruined by it, you
Wow.
know?
Interesting. So this whole idea about, having hospitals being a huge place of debt and people being kind of held liable to pay these things, the easiest way to avoid doing that isn't to pretend it doesn't happen. It's to go and just find like a good insurance policy that you can afford and use.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, right now, when you start for like a finance advisor doing all the finances, what we do is just take what you're really making, divide it into percentages. You divide it into percentages, and this is the max that you can pay for X amount or for X amount of risk that you are currently taking.
Okay.
So when you look, those percentages are really small,
Mm-hmm.
especially for people that are making a lot of money. The more money you make, the smaller the percentage. For normal people, yeah, the same thing. Everything is about budgeting.
Yeah, of course. That makes sense. There's something I wanted to ask you based off of that, and I'm trying to think about what it was. It had to do with the type of insurance that you'd get. Like, is indemnity, hospitalization indemnity, is that just one specific type of insurance, or there can you just get like a lump, like a multiple policy one that would do all of them at the same time?
Yeah, there's different kind of policies, but most of them are specific on a specific situation. Like there's long-term care for, people that probably they don't have kids, they don't
Hmm.
have nobody that when you're old, you don't have anybody to take care of you.
Okay.
So they use long-term care as that. There's also disability
Hmm.
that works the same thing as you get disabled, but instead of, if you're working if you have a good job paying you $100,000 a year,
Hmm.
and that's not a good job this day, but I'm putting an example.
Right.
If you get a disability and you cannot go to work, you're not going to start making $1,000, $100,000 a year no more. You will
Mm.
be making whatever the Social Security disability will give you, or
Hmm.
if you get lucky enough to get
Hmm.
it early. So also disability insurance will cover for your paycheck for up to 2 years. And
Wow.
sometimes business owners use it in case, they get disabled and they cannot work on their business no more.
Wow. Wow.
So there's multiple different kind of insurance out there.
It's good to know.
Yeah, the
Cool.
same thing. People insure their cars, and I'm just like the cars is the least of with like I'm saying, you insure your car that is something material, but
Yeah.
you don't insure your life that is something that worth more because if you do the math, if you stay alive 10 more years, you are losing 500,000 if you are making what 50.
Okay. Okay. So this is a really good point because I've thought about like the different types of insurances to get before, and I've looked at like, do I get more car insurance or do I get like do I get like what would be the best type of car insurance? But what you're saying, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, is that it's actually better to get a certain type of life, like a health insurance policy.
Oh no, they're different. The health is one policy,
Hmm.
life insurance is another policy. Car, home, all that, they're different insurance.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. So, but what I'm trying to ask is if you are trying to decide if you're trying to get car insurance or health insurance, it would actually be better to get the health insurance over more car insurance. Is that kind of what you're
Oh,
saying?
definitely, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I prefer paying for my health insurance and paying for my car insurance, even though in Florida, if you don't have car insurance, they will send you a letter that your license will get suspended.
I see. And this is why you get like the lowest type of insurance coverage. Okay. Tracking. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Wow. That's good to know. I mean, yeah, it's better to be safe than sorry, be a little bit more preventative than it's kind of like treating it like the offensive though. If you're trying to like figure it out before it happens, then you're kind of doing yourself a favor. Makes
Definitely.
sense. That makes sense. Cool.
Yeah. No, and that's why that's another thing with the agency. The third thing that I wanted to have on my agency is be a one-stop shop. Everybody out there, they just specialize in one thing. And I know being a specialty and being on a niche is good, but I want my client to go to my agency. I'm your favorite insurance guy, and we do it all. We
Hmm.
don't we specialize, but we don't. Like we have the specialty people here to help you on every kind of insurance depends on what your needs are. So
Mm.
out there, agencies out there, they only specialize or we only do Medicare or we only do Obamacare or we only do life insurance or we do financial planning. No, here we can do it all.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, that's why it's very hard for me when on networking events people ask me, "What will be your
Oh.
perfect client?" And I'm just like, we don't have a perfect client because I help out. I have clients that are homeless. I have clients that are doctors. So
Really?
there's not a perfect. And for me, my biggest reward is helping everybody, no
Oh, cool,
matter
man.
what it is.
I like that. I like that. So you actually have clients that are homeless.
Yep.
How do you do
I,
that? Do you just go on the street and be like, "We're gonna talk"? Like, you obviously don't have anything better to do.
Oh, he actually called me. He actually
Yeah,
called me.
he had a
Somebody
phone.
gave him my phone number, and it was a very sentimental phone call. Let me
Oh
tell
wow,
you that,
wow.
and actually got referral.
No way from him.
I did a great
Super
job.
cool.
Yep.
Super cool. Wait, you got a referral? He gave you a referral?
Yeah, he referred me to another homeless buddy.
Oh
So
wow,
yeah,
that's cool,
yeah,
man. That's cool.
yeah.
And
No,
it,
everything that I can do to help, and it's like it's sad because I'm licensed in New York, and he's from New York, and it was I'm just like it's cold right now. Yeah,
it is not warm.
yeah.
Wow, wow. I'm curious too, just for like anybody that would want to work with you as well. Do you ever do like if maybe if they don't get licensed, would you still give them like a referral commission or something like that?
Um, For referral commission, we can do it the legal way. I
Hmm.
also do referral partners as well. Yeah, if they want to get their licensing, it's very easy,
Hmm.
especially the insurance license. It's not easy. Anybody can. I did it on my second exam, and my English is not that very good looking.
It's
Yeah,
not
I
good
did.
looking. My English is not good looking.
That's why I haven't the security license. I haven't passed it because those questions they trick my brain. Like they are trickster over there for the securities license, and I know trading and I know all that stuff and I know what they're talking about. But sometimes one word on the entire question, boom.
It just knock you out. Yeah, you need a
The
dictionary to take this test.
last time I took the SIE, that is one the security license
Yeah.
exam, I didn't pass it for one question. I was so mad,
Really?
so
Oh
mad.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
Well, yeah, that's
Did
another thing that we're working with the Spanish community people on the
Mhm,
in the
mhm, mhm.
agency. So that's a plus. Everybody telling me, if you speak Spanish, you will make a lot of money in the insurance industry. Guys, I've been a year in the insurance
Lies.
industry.
Full of it.
All my clients talk English. The other day, I had one client speak Spanish. It's very hard.
That's funny. I like that. I always like that. They said it was
Yeah,
gonna
but
be
this,
easy, it was gonna make money. Lies.
yeah, yeah, that's what they tell you. I know. Get your insurance license, you will make a lot of money. Another lie, make sure you have a lot of savings because you will blow your entire savings account. Okay.
Maybe DJ and life insurance. Maybe do them at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
That's wild, man. That's wild. Wild. Well, cool, man. Thanks for telling me about all of this. I've always appreciated our connection for sure. Is there anything else that you'd like to tell everyone for
I think we cover it all.
cool?
Anybody that is on the struggle bus out there as an insurance agent, wanna reach out to me, feel
Hmm.
free to.
Cool.
I'm here to help everybody. And that's why I want to build this agency from the ground up because I think everybody out there, even the big companies, have this industry so wrong.
Mm.
They are still following path from the 90s and from the 80s.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
just like, come on, guys, we are on the AI era.
Yeah.
Right these days, you do everything with AI, and the insurance industry is getting adopted so much with the AI that I'm building that technology as we go. Right now, I saw on Northwestern people calling 200 person a day dialing,
Hmm.
dialing.
Hmm.
When there's technology out there are auto dialers. There's AI that can call people and just press screening to see if they answer their phone and stuff like that. Because most
Wow.
people don't answer random numbers these days.
Of course not.
So there's a lot of people not utilizing technology also in the
Hmm.
insurance industry, and that's another advantage for the agency.
This is good stuff to know, man, for sure.
But yeah, no, thank you very much for having me here today.
My
It
pleasure.
was a pleasure. As you guys see, I'm a cat person. Uh,
Meow.
I like your fireworks. Happy New Year.
Yeah. Happy New
I hope
Year.
I hope this 2025 go way better than 2024 for
Yeah.
you and your family.
Oh, thank you. And you
Uh,
too.
it will definitely will be better than 2024.
I'm glad you stayed safe this year, though. That's for sure. Yeah, man.
But
Cool.
yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Yeah, man. This was fun. Always appreciate our conversations.
already.
Sweet.
So have a nice day.
Thank you. You too.